Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the window expert. Today I want to talk to you about Energy Star 7.0. Actually, I'm going to call this the ugly truth of Energy Star 7.0. So you say, well, what is Energy Star? You've probably heard of Energy Star. You go look at TVs, they say it's Energy Star compliant, or you see a laptop that has a sticker that says Energy Star. So Energy Star is a joint effort between the Department of Energy and the Environmental Protection Agency to try to create products and solutions that will save energy, save the environment, and help us reduce our footprint, and also reduce how much money and consumption we have on the products that we use all the time, every day, like your heater, your air conditioner. Those things are important, and for most cases, when the Energy Star people get involved, it's always good. But there are some changes that have happened recently with Energy Star 7.0. You can follow along. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. We'll also have a link for you where you can read more data about this. But Energy Star 7.0 pretty much really kills window companies and window buyers if you live in the northern climate. Not so much of a difference to us down here in the south or in the central areas of the country. But if you're in this blue zone, look at this blue zone up here, okay? The whole top, probably 2/3 of the country. You're going to see the effects of this if you try to find an Energy Star 7.0 product. So there's two factors that they weigh in this chart. As you can see, one on the left says U factor, the one on the right says SHGC. Let me explain those two to you for just a minute. So U factor is a way of saying, in so many words, how well does this window perform in the cold? It's actually technically more about how well is this window insulated, but we measure that and it matters to us most if you live in a colder climate. SHGC stands for solar heat gain coefficient. That tells you how well does this window perform, how much heat comes through this window, how much is it going to heat my house. Now you have to remember that you can almost look at these two as a teeter-totter. To improve one, the other doesn't do so well, and to improve the other, this one doesn't do so well. There's a little bit of a balance that goes in here. So if you notice that the lower the number, the better, okay? U factor now for the northern climate in Energy Star 7.0 is a 0.22 or lower is considered an Energy Star efficient window. So if you cannot do that, if you can't meet that standard, if you notice, they give you some other equivalent energy performance numbers here. For example, if your window is a 0.24 instead of a 0.22, because that's all you can get out of your window as a manufacturer, they will allow you to increase the solar heat gain up to a 0.35. So you see it went from a 0.17 to a 0.35. That's almost double. So what are they saying here? Actually, it's more than double. What they're saying is, if you can't quite meet this number, what I'd like you to do is let more heat through the window so that it'll help heat the house. So if I can't keep all the cold out, can I let some heat in, please? That's what they're doing. They're letting more heat in. So look, if you had a 0.26 U factor window, they'll allow you to bring in up to 40, a 0.40 on a solar heat gain. So 0.40, so that's good. That's letting in the sun in the winter to help heat the house. Okay, but what that doesn't tell you, the whole story, this is the ugly truth here, is what's going to happen in the summer. In the summer, what's going to happen is you're going to see this heat coming through this window. Instead of it being like a 0.22 or a 0.25 like Energy Star 6.0 is, what's going to happen in 7.0 is you're going to have a lot more heat coming through. Now your house may be more comfortable in the winter. Maybe it won't be more comfortable, but at least you're saving money. But in the summer, you're going to run your air conditioner. It's going to go up. I'm wondering if there's anyone who's doing a study to determine on an average home, do you really save any money? By the time you spend less money in the winter, you spend less energy in the winter, but you spend more energy in the summer, have I really achieved anything I'm trying to achieve as the agency that's supposed to save the environment? I don't know. No one really knows. It's been hard to determine that. I feel it's like saying, I'm going to put my foot on the brakes while you put your foot on the accelerator, and let's just see how much faster we can go. It's not going to happen. Now, I know some of the industry insiders, and I hear from some of those guys, hey, Jeff, totally off the record. They think a lot of this is political, which it may be. I wouldn't be terribly surprised. Because right now, pretty much everybody in the US that makes a window makes an Energy Star rated window under Energy Star 6.0. Why don't we thin the crowd, some of the big players say. Why don't we contribute to the politicians' funds, their re-election campaigns, that can actually help change policy? Why don't we lobby these folks, make the standard higher, and we're ready for it. We'll be the ones to do it, and our competitors can't. I think there's a little bit of marketing, a little bit of politics that's going into some of this. Don't get caught up in it. So you say, well, Jeff, what's the solution? Well, before I tell you the solution, I'm going to tell you one more problem. Probably 2/3 or 3/4 of the window manufacturers out there right now cannot meet Energy Star 7.0 like we're discussing here. So what are they doing? Well, they're having to revamp all of the equipment. They're having to produce whole new frames, whole new glass packages, so they can accommodate triple pane glass instead of double pane glass. So what does that mean to you? Well, that means to you is the windows are probably going to cost about 50% more than they used to cost under Energy Star 6.0. So are you saving money? I don't know. Maybe if you live in this house for 20 years, you might, because you're going to eventually get the recovery of your investment. But if you're in your house for 7, 10 years and you spend 50% more on a window because it's Energy Star 7.0 and you're spending more money in the summer on your cooling bill than you used to, are you really getting ahead? I don't know. It's really confusing, and I'm not so sure that it's actually helpful. So what's the solution? Well, the solution is give it some time. I think that there's no rush for you to try to find an Energy Star 7.0 window. If it's out there and you can find it and it doesn't break the bank, I'd say go for it. But not always getting triple pane is good. Triple pane has a higher seal failure rate in my experience. Triple pane weighs a lot more, the glass does. Triple pane means that the window has to have beefier suspension to it for the operational parts. It means it has to have stronger hardware. It means that it actually can't, usually in some cases, be made as large as it could in a double pane because the frame won't support the extra weight. I mean, there's some compromises to that, but if you can find what you need in a 7.0, go for it. If you can't, stick to 6.0. Give it 2 to 3 years, let the manufacturers get some of that front end cost out of the way, and let's see if these windows get more affordable. I doubt that they will, but I hope they will. In the meantime, stay put. Keep buying the windows you're buying. I think you're going to be plenty happy with those. They're doing a great job. In fact, even according to the EnergyStar.gov's website, a typical single pane window being replaced with a double pane high efficiency window, on average, is saving homeowners close to 30% on their light bill. If you've got old single pane windows, that would probably be your next best step, is to go to the existing windows that are out there now instead of spending all that extra money to save, if you are at all, a little more money. Well, I hope this has been helpful. If you live in this area, drop by. I'd like to give you a tour of our windows. If you don't live in this area and you're looking for a great window company near you, check out the windowexperts.com. I have a list there of great window companies all over the country. Maybe I know someone near you. If this has been helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.